Hey everybody, we're going to take a look at question number 10. Hakeem wants to rent a bike. Bike rentals cost $1.25 per hour plus a one-time fee of $3. Which equation represents the relationship between the number of hours Hakeem rents the bike and the total cost? So in this case, normally we put an X and a Y over here, but the variables they want us to use in this case are H and C. So it's always a good idea to ask yourself, what depends on what? So does the cost depend on how many hours you're riding, or is it the other way around? Does the number of hours you're riding depend on the cost? Well, after giving that some thought, you should realize the cost depends on how many hours you're riding. So let's set it up like that. All right, so let's take a look at the other little pieces of information in here. We should think about that hypothetical 1 hour that we might be riding our bicycle for. So if we ride our bike for 1 hour, that would be $1.25 plus that one-time fee of $3. So we would have to add in the $3 to the 125. But what if we're riding our bicycle for 2 hours? If we're riding our bicycle for 2 hours, we would have to multiply 2 times $1.25, and then we would have to add in the $3. So we need to think about which one of these equations here kind of matches that idea. Now, notice that we have a couple of choices here that say equals H and some that say equals C. Now, whatever we do, we want it to equal C. In class, we've been talking a lot about how the equation would be this part, right? So that means we should probably focus more on choices B and D and not so much on choices A and C because those have H as the dependent variable. So we're going to take a look more closely at these two right here. All right, so if we take a look at, let's take a look at this one first. Does this show the cost being multiplied per hour, adding 3? Or is this right? Is it $3 per hour and then we're being charged $1.25? So read through more carefully to pick between those two and maybe test out a couple of values to make sure it makes sense. The use of a double T table is always a good idea to help organize your thinking.